Hello everyone, welcome back to physics class. In the previous lecture, I talked about Newton's second law of motion, which is force is product of mass and acceleration. Now there is one more way by which we can express this second law of motion. And to write that part, Newton coined a new term named as momentum. As in the previous lecture, I discussed about bullet and stone, the impact that depends on mass and velocity of objects. So for that he coined a new term name as momentum, which is nothing but mass into velocity, product of mass and velocity. Or you can simply say, what is momentum? It is mass in motion. Any object in motion defined will give its momentum. Now, why it is important to coin this term or to take a new physical parameter? Because many complicated situations in physics can be made easy by taking this momentum term, by writing force in term of momentum, other than simply writing like mass into acceleration. It makes calculation easy and even easy to understand. So the new term momentum, the symbol is P and it is mass into, I will write velocity. V, it can be U or V. Okay, V if I am talking about final velocity, that is final momentum, and if it is initial momentum, then V will convert into U. Now whenever we are applying force, it depends on mass and acceleration. What is acceleration? Change in velocity with respect to time, or you can say rate of change of velocity. So what I will do is, I will try to write this expression in terms of momentum. So force is mass into acceleration. Acceleration I can write as change in velocity, that is V minus U upon T. Right? This I can write. Now what else I can do is, I can write this as F equal to mv upon T minus mu upon T. Okay, or I can write this as, I have opened this bracket. T I can take common, this is mv minus mu. mv, mass into final velocity. This is nothing but final momentum, Pf. This P is small, f. And mu, this is initial momentum. So this I can write as Pi. Pf minus Pi, this I can take as change in momentum. Okay, this difference will tell you change in momentum. So this expression I can write as, this P is small. So this del by del T is telling me change in momentum with respect to time. So this symbol, it is telling me change in whatever physical quantity you have here, change in this quantity with respect to time. So applied force I can also write as rate of change of momentum. So this is a derivation, and if I have to write in one line other way of writing this force, I can write force is del P by del T. That is rate of change of momentum. So applied force you can also write in terms of momentum, or you can also write in terms of mass into acceleration. And depending on situation, you can use any one of the way. Both are, as I showed you derivation, both expressions are equivalent to each other. One of the example I will tell you, or this rate of change of momentum. Now, momentum changing with respect to time. That means if there is large change in momentum, the force will be large. Right? And if I can decrease this rate of change of momentum, then force impacted by that object will be less. Now, during cricket match, let's say a fast coming ball. So what this player will do? Instead of catching like this, I will lower his or her hand. Why? Because ball is moving with very high velocity. The change in velocity is very high. That means momentum, the velocity is high. That means momentum of that ball is going to be very high. Okay, and if that player will catch like this, here the rate of change of momentum is very large, so the ball will give very large force, it will exert very large force on hands of player, and player may get hurt. So what he will do? He will lower. Now what will happen when he lower his or her hand? Time will increase, and as time will increase, this rate of change will decrease. Okay, so if we can increase the time, then the speed of ball will also decrease, and the force with which it will impact on the hand will also decrease. This is one of the things that we can explain by using rate of change of momentum. So if you, for any object, fast coming object, if you have to decrease it, you want to decrease its impact. If you want to decrease its change in momentum, you have to increase the time. You increase the time, change in momentum will automatically decrease, and the force by which it will impact will also decrease. More about this I'll explain when we'll do conservation of momentum. Now I have written two numericals here on the board based on this second law of motion. We'll do more. Yes, we'll do many more. But let's start with these two so that you'll get some idea how to solve this type of numerical. First question is direct question. For an object of mass 5 kg moving with acceleration of 2 meter per second square, you have to calculate force on the object. So here, force you have to find, mass is given, acceleration is given. So direct formula, first one you can apply. So in first case, mass is 5 kg, acceleration is 2 meter per second square, so force is mass into acceleration, that is 10 Newton, or you can write 10 kg meter per second square. So this is direct, application of direct formula. Now question number second, a truck starts from rest, so let's say this is truck, starting from rest, it rolls down with constant acceleration. It travels distance of 400 meter in 20 this is 20 seconds. Find this acceleration and find force acting on it. So two things you have to find here, acceleration and force. If you have acceleration, then only you can find out force. Right. Now to find acceleration, just pay attention to this situation, a truck starting from rest. Here you have to use equation of motion. As I told you earlier, this equation of motion we are going to use in all chapters. Okay. So a truck starts from rest, that means initial velocity is 0. So I can take u as 0. Distance s is, because it is moving with constant acceleration, so you have to use equation of motion. S is 400 meter, time is 20 seconds. So which equation you can use to find out acceleration? Second equation of motion. Yes. So S equal to ut plus half at square. This term will go to 0 because u is 0. So this is 400, half a you have to find, and t square means 20 into 20. Okay. And so this is, and this cross multiplication, so a is 400 into 2 divided by 20 into 20. And once you will solve this, so 2 meter per second square. Once you solve this, you will get value of acceleration. Now it is easy to find force. Because for force, what you need is mass and acceleration. Mass is already given. Mass of truck is 7,000 kg. Acceleration is 2. So answer is 14,000 Newton. So you can get question on basis of rate of change of momentum. That also will do surely. Hope today's lecture is clear to you. If you have any doubt, you can contact me. Thank you.